A few days ago, God, through divine intelligence, gave me a solution to Kenya's ballooning problem of youth unemployment. Right now, Kenya, we are at a tipping point whereby there are millions of young people, both millennials and Gen Zs, who are out on the street, literally, without any gainful employment. And the solution that God showed me was small business or micro, small, and medium enterprises. This will not only solve the problem of youth unemployment, but will also be the vehicle that will take Kenya from a relegated third world country to a prosperous first world country. Case in point, Rwanda and the US. Rwanda a few years back and the US a few decades ago. Both of these countries face the same problem that Kenya is in right now. That the government and the corporate bodies, the corporate companies, were not big enough to absorb the growing population of these young men and women who are being churned out by the schools, the colleges, and the universities, all of them looking for employment. And so they came up with this brilliant idea. What if we switch our whole economy to a creative economy, whereby the focus of our education system, our government programs, our government policy will not be towards creating employees, but will be towards creating entrepreneurs. A very, very simple change. But this change made a drastic difference. That Rwanda right now in Africa, they are on their way very, very fast to become a first world country, while US is the biggest economy in the world. And the vehicle or the plan that we're going to do this, that God creatively showed it to me, is what I shall call the small business masterminds. The small business masterminds, or SBM in short. What is a mastermind? Mastermind is basically this, that when two minds come together, they form a third mind, what we shall call a mastermind. That the two minds are two energies, that when they join in together, it is not an addition, but it is a multiplication of energies. That what these two energies will do separately, when they are joined together, they can do much more as compared to them being all by themselves. The mastermind. There's a verse in the Bible that says this, that one can chase 1,000, but two can chase 10,000, a multiplication of energies. Another verse that the brilliant man Solomon said in the Proverbs is this, that as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Abraham Lincoln, he gave this very wonderful quote that I love, and he said this, that if you will give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, 6 hours, I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. A mastermind is basically this, in layman's terms a mastermind is the sharpening of the axe to cut down the tree of entrepreneurship. Or when two or more minds come together, then they have a more likely or a higher success rate as compared to you choosing to do it by yourself. Just been the case in point for Kenya. How are we going to do this? It's basically this, that in the fullness of time, right now as we begin, but the whole idea is that we will have 47 chapters in each of the 47 counties. For example, there'll be a Nairobi chapter, a Mombasa chapter, a Kisumu chapter for every county. And a chapter is basically a coming together of people with a common interest. Basically for us to learn together, to sharpen each other, to learn on how to start, survive, and scale small business. It is as simple as that. And how they'll do it is this, that these chapters, each of them, they're going to have cohorts, whereby this will be programs, whereby they'll take a cohort of people, and these people are going to go through a program that shall be an accelerator program, a business accelerator program, whereby in about 4 to 6 weeks, they will learn the ins and outs of business, basically how to become successful in business. And the program will be an online program. It will be at your own pace. So you can do it either from your phone or from a computer That's the whole idea. Once you're done with the accelerator program, now at least 4 people from each cohort. So 4 people will join together and form a group. And this group will then basically be able to do a venture together. So for example, the Moranga cohort. So once they're done with the 4 weeks or 6 weeks accelerator program, then at least 4 people with a similar interest will group together. And their whole idea is for them to identify local problems and come up with local solutions, yeah, and make a business out of it. For example, if in Moranga there's a problem of farm produce, so getting spoiled in the farm, they'll come up with a solution whereby they will be able to connect farming the produce to market through an app or through a platform, whatever it is. That's the whole idea, that these cohorts, these chapters will come up with local solutions to local problems that they're facing, and from there come up with a way to gainfully employ themselves. God willing, also in collabo with the government, the local government, in collabo with NGO. Our idea is for us to form garages. A garage. A garage is basically a co-working space. In every county, there will be a garage whereby it is a shared space, whereby there's fast internet, there are meeting rooms, there's office space, and basically whereby you can lease at a small amount of money, pay every month. But you can come here with your small group and just start your business together. And from here, meet with other people from your cohort or from other cohorts. So you can brainstorm, sharpen each other. Every year, we'll have one convention, a national convention, whereby we can all meet together from different counties, display our ideas, and maybe then we can invite people who can be able to finance us, or people who can be able to take our idea now to the market, to the global market. So that's the whole idea. So in a nutshell, that's it. That's the plan on how to be able to move from becoming an employee-driven nation to an entrepreneurial nation to a more creative economy. And hopefully get to a first world country. That's the whole idea, for us to prosper in Kenya, because Kenya belongs to all of us. We're not moving from Kenya. Kenya is ours, and we will prosper here in Kenya. And so just to start it, for the next 4 or so weeks, God willing, we're going to have live sessions, both on Instagram Live and TikTok Live, every Wednesday, between 7 and 8 p.m., whereby we will just brainstorm together, come up with ways, identify leaders from all the counties, and God willing, in 4 weeks for us just to start with the chapters and for us to get this thing rolling. With God's speed, with God ahead of us, I believe it will succeed. I hope I'll see you guys during the live session, and let's do this together. Let's take Kenya to prosperity. Till next time, guys, God bless.